Poveglia, a small island south of Venice, is reputed to be the world's most haunted island. Paranormal phenomena, terrible experiences, and mysterious deaths have taken place there. Our challenge is simple: to manage to get to Poveglia and spend the night there to see what really happens on this off-limits island. But as you'll see, things didn't go as planned. Now we're hiding, and I notice my phone shows 4 missed calls from an unknown number. I'm thinking, okay, it's probably the police.
Hello everyone, it's Gabriel.
And Corentin. Today we're here for a special adventure. We spent the night on the world's most haunted island.
As we promised you in the video where we told you the story of this island, we said that once we hit 10,000 likes, we'd go spend the night on the island, and you did it. Well done to you. So that's what we did, and we set off for 24 hours on Poveglia Island in Italy.
But you'll see, this exploration and night on the abandoned island won't go as planned at all. So we found ourselves in Venice, in really scorching heat. It was hell, and the first goal was to get to this abandoned island, which isn't very far from Venice, but you still have to take a boat to get there.
What's convenient is that in Venice everyone has a boat, but the problem is that no one wants to take us to this island because all Venetians believe it's haunted. And so we struggled for hours in Venice with our bags and everything. It was horrible trying to find someone who would take us there.
Let's go. We were really scared we wouldn't make it after 4 hours walking around Venice. We're sweating, it's horrible.
We have 10 liters of water.
We searched Venice, asked many people, and finally found someone who said, yeah, we called Marco, he can take you. So now we have 45 minutes to wait, and so it's Marco, he's going to arrive and he's going to take us to Poveglia. And despite the fact that everyone we met strongly advised us not to go, told us it was dangerous and that we really shouldn't go there, we managed to find this person who will take us to the island, and that's the beginning of the adventure.
So we have about 10 minutes to go by boat. It's a great moment. The problem is we got really behind schedule during the day because we struggled, and we can see that the sun is slowly starting to set. We need to reach the island quickly, and that's what we're doing.
And we're lucky because the person who's taking us to Poveglia has already been there several times, knows it well, and has a lot of interesting stories to tell us. During the whole trip, he's telling us everything he's experienced with Poveglia.
One story in particular really stands out to us because he tells us that one of his friends was once a caretaker of the island, and while he was making his rounds at night on this haunted island, he reportedly heard children crying for hours.
And after that night, this person completely quit the job and said that he would never set foot on that island again for the rest of his life.
Obviously, stories like this give us a bit of a chill, even though, to be honest, we don't believe in ghosts at all, so we really went to the island with a very neutral point of view.
We arrive on site and now we're left to ourselves. It's just the two of us on this island and the exploration begins. Yes, my friends, you gave over 10,000 likes to the video about the world's most haunted abandoned island. Well, you won, and we're here. We can finally say it. We're not just visiting, we're spending a full 24 hours on this abandoned island.
That's what we promised, right?
That's what we promised, so we're going to start exploring it now, see what it looks like during the day, and then of course we'll do a nighttime exploration and a fully immersive experience with us, since we're going to spend the night on this island.
We're going to enter the first building. There are many buildings here. We'll remind you in the video what was done, as the island went through several stages. As you can see, it's totally destroyed here. There's vegetation growing everywhere, and I think the farther we go that way, the deeper into the island we'll get. You can see the atmosphere is intense here. We're used to abandoned places, so it's fine.
But at night it will be really scary, I think. What's in there? We met several people who had already been to the island and said they'd never return. Even the person who brought us here said they heard children's voices, like kids were playing ball even though no one was there.
Look at the state of these buildings. It was heavily reinforced, otherwise it would have collapsed long ago. There's another huge building there. Right now the atmosphere is pretty relaxing, you know, honestly.
It's okay.
If there were a haunted forest here, it'd look like this. Let's go in. We should have brought a flashlight.
What's wrong? I saw these hallways.
But I admit that now it's starting to...
Yeah, it's not in there.
It's starting, it's okay. We're gonna try to head toward the church.
She's frightening herself, walking blindly.
We have some stairs here that are in really terrible condition. We're definitely not going to take those.
Definitely not.
The atmosphere is really strange. There are some huge buildings that are completely lost under the vegetation. It's pretty impressive to see, but we're going to start making our way through the corridors with just one goal, to try to get to the top of the tower. We're at the foot of the church, which is probably the most haunted spot on the island, I'd say, because what happened here, Corentin?
Well, there was one of the doctors who performed a lot of lobotomies on the patients, and he himself started to go insane, who threw himself from the roof of the church and so committed suicide.
You really have to be super careful where you walk, you know? If there's a hole, you fall under the island. Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, access to the tower was completely sealed.
No, well, there's a small path you can take and you can get there, climb up. Yeah.
There. Look at the vibe here, man. And we can also go up into the church. What a coincidence. Everywhere, but the atmosphere, man. The arches here are incredible. Birds everywhere too. The goal now is to go up to the top of the church. That's where we'll have the best view. And also where supposedly the strangest things happened.
We may not believe in the paranormal, but we're curious to hear your stories. If you have any ghost stories, share them in the comments. Maybe we'll make a video about it.
Feel free to like the video. It helps us and is completely free. It's not easy, right?
It's a bit of a hassle. Okay, so apparently to try to get to the bell tower over there, we'd have to go through this building. We'll give it a try, huh? Yeah. And we have to be very careful with this bridge.
Yeah, the bridge, honestly, no.
He really said one person at a time. We were being very careful and we really weren't going too fast.
I've already crossed one once. Watch out for that hole.
The atmosphere here is really creepy. You can see that the building is really run down, totally abandoned. Yeah.
It's been neglected for a long time.
Right, no.
Yet the roof is still somewhat okay.
Right, the roof is fine, yeah. It's strange, the rest isn't. It would make more sense to go around. No. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it, because the ground in front is all messed up, so...
You have to go up here. Go up. That's it.
Oh!
That's the bell tower.
No, the bell tower is much farther away. Well, let's go. But the base is broken.
Yeah, but wait, so what did he say we have to do?
I don't know. He said to move forward. There's a staircase that lets you go down.
Well, and just now we saw it. The staircase that lets you go down.
What? There.
We're not in the bell tower anymore, I think.
The bell tower is right there in front of us.
It's right in front, yeah.
You went through there, huh? I really don't want to get wet today.
It's really very unstable, you know? That's the bell tower. Yeah, the bell tower is right there, actually.
It's behind us.
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay. So it's off to the side, right there.
Yeah.
Damn, I was really scared.
No room for mistakes here, huh?
No, the... bell tower. Unfortunately, after about 10 minutes of exploring, we couldn't find any way to get into this famous tower. So, we have to face the facts. We're going to keep exploring the rest and start looking for the place where we'll spend the night on this island.
Indeed, we conclude that the tower has been walled up because it's probably in this tower that the island's darkest story took place.
Poveglia is a small island located south of Venice. In the Middle Ages, there was a very peaceful little fishing village. And over time, the island became quite prosperous, with nearly 800 houses in the 14th century. But that's when the story took a darker turn. Later, the island became a lazaretto and housed all the plague sufferers as the plague ravaged Europe at the time. Rumors say that nearly 160,000 people are now buried there in large mass graves. In the 20th century, a psychiatric hospital was built there where strange phenomena occurred. The patients heard voices and saw people who were supposedly dead from the plague. The doctors performed lobotomies on these patients to uncover the evil tormenting them. But the doctors in turn began to have visions themselves, to the point that one of them reportedly threw himself from the top of the tower and died. Today, the island is completely abandoned, no one lives there anymore, and it is considered one of the most haunted places in the world. And if you want to know more about this island, we made a video with the full story. It's available in the description. The buildings are so dilapidated that it's still dangerous inside. We think it's safer to spend the night outside. And we managed to find a kind of small concrete platform, well, a concrete roof above the old asylum, and that's where we're going to set up our camp.
So we have hammocks, sleeping bags, water, and food with us, and all in all, the night should be perfect. Time to set up the hammocks. This spot should be pretty good.
Did we check if it's sturdy? Yes, honestly, we did.
That's what's holding the stick, huh? The worst isn't over there.
I don't get it. Honestly, I don't get their thing.
We're going to be good here tonight. On the most haunted island in the world, that's it. It's the end of another life.
But I think the place is perfect. Yeah, a little cool breeze too. Yeah.
We'll be far from the mosquitoes. There. I'm so pissed off. What? There are a lot of brambles.
It's good, it's holding up well.
But I'm right in the middle of the brambles. For, the pieces.
It's settled. Well, I think it's good, huh?
It's time for the test, huh?
Wow, the test, he wants to test now?
Well, yeah. Look, besides, if we start laughing at night, there are metal bars, man.
Wait. Oh, Dude, what? We're so good, right? Yeah. It's true that right now we're doing pretty well. Yeah, no.
We're pretty relaxed, right? Yeah.
It's okay, no.
It's cool. Well, that's one good thing done.
That's one good thing out of the way.
But if there's a storm, we're done for, you know.
Yeah, let's hope there's no storm, you know?
No, there are actually also a risk of thunderstorms in France and all.
Yeah, luckily we're not in France.
But that's not really the limit, right?
But you know, we're not in France, and honestly the sky is completely blue right now. The sun is starting to set, we were able to get our drone shots, which are amazing, and the atmosphere is slowly starting to calm down. You can't really hear much anymore, except for the gentle sound of the waves and a few animals making noise on this island.
And all of a sudden things are going to get a lot less calm because we're going to see a boat down below with two people inside who really look like police officers. And just a few seconds later, we're going to hear a siren go off. And at that moment, we know it's for us. Yeah, I'm gonna go. The police are down there.
We've only been on this island a few hours, but somehow the police have already found us, and they're telling us to come down right away. Yeah.
We'll have a long conversation while the two police officers take our passports and drift around for at least an hour.
I really don't get what they did for an hour. They were offshore, supposedly retrieving our passports, while we just waited on the island. We can take you back there, you're the dog. Yeah, and so...
It's not your fault, they won't take us instead. And after this stretch, they'll come back to us and ask how we plan to get back, and then we'll start a little game of lying that might not end well.
We tell them we were only here for a few hours to take pictures and that our friend who brought us here was supposed to come pick us up in a few hours. And after a little debate, finally, to our great surprise, the police officers say, "Okay, we'll let you go, but make sure you get back safely." That's cool, it's incredible. We didn't expect it to work, but it didn't go as planned. When they released us, they asked for my phone number as a guarantee, which I gave them. This detail is crucial for what comes next. They're still there, yeah.
They're there? A small mishap happened. We thought it was the end of the video. It might not be over yet, nothing's decided.
But right now, and still it's not over, because they actually said they'd come back. And by the way, they're still over there.
They're circling around, they're just on the left.
They said, well, yeah, be careful and watch out, I'll come back. Because now we're supposed to leave the island in an hour. Because right now it's 9:13 p.m. We'll see how things go from here.
The police officers are going to start patrolling little by little around the island, really at 2 km/h, always keeping us in sight. And the theory we have is that they were probably waiting for our friend, the person in the boat we've been talking about, to arrest her. Because honestly, arresting 2 tourists on the island isn't really of much interest to them. However, arresting the person who brings the 2 tourists for cash is a much bigger catch. That's when we'll realize they'll keep making rounds. Except that our friend didn't plan to arrive in the evening at all. On the contrary, it's actually tomorrow morning.
And there you go, the cops are still there. Still here checking us.
But why are they so slow, really?
Well, you saw it, so our camp is set up. The 2 hammocks are there. The wind has picked up a bit, so I hope it won't bother us too much tonight. The last time we had wind like this, it was the worst night of our lives. It was simply the worst night of our lives.
So now we're gonna eat. After that, we'll wait until it's really dark, we'll make ourselves invisible to everyone, and then we'll go explore at night.
Dinner's ready, dinner's ready, dinner's ready.
And as long as they're here, we can't really make ourselves invisible, actually. That's true, it really is. I'm not sure what the worst outcome is for being here.
Maybe just a fine, yeah.
There comes a moment when we imagine we might be able to spend the night here, so we settle down, eat our little sandwiches, and wait for night to fall so we can start the nighttime exploration when everything changes.
Next, our plan shifts. We decide to disappear so the police won't see us and might think we've left, leaving us alone. We lie directly on the concrete, turn off all lights, and ensure they can't see us anymore. It's pitch dark, and then I notice a distant light. I feel like someone is walking on the island with a flashlight. Wow, some guys just walked right by us. Plus, the cops are already after us, so it's a hassle. And just now we saw some guys walking across the island on foot. Damn, it's the cops again. No, it's another boat. Okay, go ahead. Too many people are on this island. Apparently you're right. I saw some people passing by with a light on the island, so I think we're not alone tonight. Damn, that's creepy. Yeah, look, there's the light in that thing.
Damn, no, that's the cops. It's the cops. I think that's it. Wow. Get down.
Lower it. Luckily, we're lying down, the beam doesn't shine on us, but we see the front of a boat coming closer, and it's obviously the police boat moving forward with a huge flashlight, and now we're really panicking, lying on the ground. That...
It's getting closer. It's getting closer. There's the police boat that seemed to open up over there, and since we're all in white, if they shine a light on us, well, we're going to reflect like crazy. We'll be so visible. It's the worst thing in the world.
I'm not scared of ghosts. It's the police that frighten me.
But who's calling me? We stay hidden as I check my phone and see an unknown number has called 4 times. Now I'm thinking it's probably the police. He calls me again and now we say, well, it's over, they know we're here, so we won't pretend and we'll respond. We have a brief discussion with them.
It's the port?
It's the phone that's calling me. Damn, it's old, huh?
That's intense. Well, tell them we're still on the island and we're waiting for our friend.
Huh? Hello? Hello? Yes?
Navarro,
Yes, it's me.
can you return to the position, please?
We are still waiting for our friend. We are on the roof. Same place as before. So we're going to act a bit naive, like, yeah, we're a bit panicked. Our friend hasn't come back. We're just saying, yeah, we're here and all. Save us. When actually, not at all. We really wanted to. We wanted to save them. We wanted to save them. They tell us to come down, we're lit up by their bright spotlight, and we have to surrender to the police again.
Location before, yes.
We haven't moved, we're still here.
We looked before. Where are you? Where are you staying?
I'm still at the same place. I'm on the roof, I'm coming. And then the beam is pointing at us. I think I see your lights. No! I don't know, he's not answering.
He's not answering.
Okay, don't stay here now.
Okay.
Because it's very dangerous here. Okay, for you. Okay. No. Now we go on the... Wow, I'm ready to go to the... movies.
So we're on board their boat, and at that point we think we're heading to the port of Venice to be set free. Thank you for saving us. No. We're going to the police station. Straight to the police station, except the problem in Venice is that the police station is on an island that's not the main island. We get there around midnight or 1 a.m.
At that place. Even before that, there was another problem. We broke down at sea, meaning the boat's battery died and the engine wouldn't start anymore.
You're joking. Okay, yeah, I didn't understand you.
Finally, the police boat. And we were like, what's going on and all, and even they couldn't restart it. So really, that whole scene made no sense at all.
We get to the police station around midnight, then face a series of repetitive, nonsensical questions and requests for our passports again. It's very amateurish, strangely, and it's going to take a very long time.
Now, in Italy, he shouldn't go out anymore, but let's do it this way, but there...
For more than 2 hours, we can't really understand what's going on. The officers in front of us are constantly on the phone to find out how many fines they were going to hit us with. At one point, they were telling us they still didn't know if they were going to give us a fine of 150 or 2,000 euros. And really, the hours go by, and it's endless.
In the end, around 3 in the morning, they told us that good news, there was no charge, we could go, and they would take us back to Venice.
But they say, great, but they left us a note. Yes, they left us a note, just a little letter that says, so Gabriel and Corentin did this, it's not good.
And so they took us outside. We thought we'd be going back to our hotel, but instead, they brought us to the night bus stop. However, the night buses there are actually night boats. It was endless, and in the end, I think we arrived at the hotel around 3:30, 4 o'clock, 3:30.
4 o'clock at the hotel after failing to sleep on that deserted island after all the trouble with the police. They circled around us for several hours, took our passports for an hour, made us wait, shined their lights on us, and found us. Then we broke down. We stayed at the police station for hours, so that was the story of our attempt to sleep on the most haunted island in the world. It didn't go as planned, but we still wanted to tell you the story because honestly it's pretty unusual. But don't worry, we haven't forgotten our challenge to sleep in a scary place, and we're going to do it soon.
Next week, okay? Not you, but us. Next week, we're going back to Italy to sleep in a scary place. An extremely scary place. In any case, we hope you enjoyed this little story and the beautiful footage we were able to make for you. Don't hesitate to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Give us a big thumbs up and we'll see you next Saturday at 6 p.m. This was Gabriel and Corentin.
Bye.